Name it. This crowd is ready. Match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, it's Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second down, Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Bortles. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
11B.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Flush to his right. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. To throw, it's Bortles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They run it here. Roll. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the ground, this is Ware. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Past the 20. And he'll run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Spencer Ware, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Again, this is Kamara, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made by K1 Short.
Bunch right.
On third down, here's Kamara. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Spencer Ware with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action, now Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Bortles. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Over man right side is Sharp. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the loss.
And this will be caught at the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll give it to him up the middle. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Bortles going to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. DJ Chark with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Oh, this is blocked. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And his throw here is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Cam, option left. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Being chased out left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lucy. 380. 380. 372.
Bortles now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side is Beckham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
372.
Bortles now on 1st down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Bortles. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
To throw is Bortles. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. That is caught at the 7. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll get it up the middle, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
73.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A final shot before half for Bortles. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Odell Beckham as time expires in the first half. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds Beckham complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Chark, 51 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Panthers. 44 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And this one complete right side to Funchess. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. his second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And after the early struggles, we've seen the uptick in his numbers. Do you think maybe it was a meeting on the sideline to say, hey, get me the ball. I'm a key part of this offense.
Those guys don't wait to get to the sidelines. They say it in the huddle on every snap, get them the ball. But I think what happens is, similar to a great running back, have some patience, have some confidence, and just know that over the course of a game, your talents are going to win out. You're going to find a way to make plays, and I think that's what we're seeing here. He's finally figured out some things they're doing to him on defense, and he's adjusted accordingly.
Again, it's Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. So
from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
To throw on second down is Newton. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Newton. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Panthers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Newton throwing again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Bortles. Shark's got it, left side. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Throwing now is Bortles. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Lucy.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On play action, now Bortles. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Cam's going to run the option right. Shoves him aside. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Newton. Pass incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down, get away, and bring up second down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now it's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Room to run past midfield. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On first down, Bortles. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hank.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Newton to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Newton on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's more. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Newton. Thomas has got it. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing again is Newton. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the
and he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Spencer Ware, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it,
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. He's got a man. Complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll look to throw. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try and push it across the end zone that way.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. To throw is Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Bortles to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with time running out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now Newton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. So 3 points, the deciding margin. And the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, you know, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days, anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it. But that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true because the kickers have almost done themselves a disservice by being so good. Exactly right. And when they do miss it, I'm not sure we give enough gravity to the idea of, you know, that's a really long kick in a difficult situation, folks. Tough attempt, and he missed.
So for the Saints, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons